It's a Visual Basic tutorial, and this guy here, Crosby Montana, would like me to create an array with a list of names. So when the number is entered, the name related to the array is shown in Visual Basic. So let's give that a try. That looks like a very simple tutorial, so let's just get it out of the way now. So I will start by just let's say that's the size of my form. I like things to look a little bit pronounced and beautiful, so I have a button there, a list box right there, and a text box. Let's get a text box in place there. So maybe we should just give it a title right there. I'm just going to call that title an array of names. So I have my list box here. So just increase the size of all these components so that it's visible for everyone to see. Right there. Let's come in here. Go for that. Okay. Let's make that 28. That's fine. And the button right there, let's change the name of that button to maybe array of names. Well, I suppose that's all you want, so that shouldn't take too long for us to complete. Array of names, and here that's where we enter the array here, and maybe here we can just say arrays of name system there, and maybe increase the size of these to something a little bit larger since that's the title. Okay, that's fine. And here I'm going to just use that to display the text. So we have a text box here where we enter the number, and right here let's change the font size. Okay, the font size is fine. Let's just carry out some modification. Okay, change that to, or change the auto size itself to true to false. Okay, the color that, make that white there, and the border style, let's make that fixed single and just get rid of the content in there. Okay, that's where I want to see my. Okay, now let's just increase that. That's where I like to see the output right there to tell me who that might be. And that's where we enter the name, and we just see whatever is in there. Okay, that's how it's looking now. Arrays of name system. Okay, let's call that systems with an S. Double click on that, and right up there let's declare some, let's say array of names as string. Okay, now the number of the array, let me call that maybe 4, and that is my array right there. So I'm just going to copy this, copy that. So double click on the form, paste that in there. The first array, which should be, that would be actually 0. The first array, let's say the name is Williams Day. Okay, William Day. That's the first array. So the second, because in this case we have 4, the array is 4, which means we have 5 of those. What will happen in that case, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it's 5. So the next one will be, so let's say that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all we just need to do now is change the name. So that's enter a name there. Let's call that Felix Froggy. Okay, now we have Pacman Peters, and here that's Pacman Peters there, and here we call this Isa. Okay, now the last but not the least, let's just call that Paul PJ. Okay, that is the content, or those are the names that are assigned to this array of names. So the next thing I will do now is double click on this. So right there, what we enter is we're using the if statement to say if text box 1 the text equals, if it's empty in this case, then we would like to maybe we'd like a message box to display. Message box, let's go for enter a valid number to display data. Okay, all right, that is the first part of it. Okay, else if it's less than, let's go for less than and if this is less than 0 or greater than 4, or let's say greater than 4, then we can just, the message box can always pop up, enter a value between 0 and 4. Enter a value between 0 and 4 that is valid anyway. Now the next, else if the value in there, if the value in there equals 0, then we have I think that should be label 2 dot text equals array of names, that will be 0. Okay, that's for the very first array. Then the second one, copy that, paste, and let's change this. That's the first array. Change this one to 1. If the value of that is 1, then that is for 1, and this is for 2. We have 3 here and 3 here. Then the last will be, that will be 4 and 4, and that will be all. So I think this should hopefully answer this guy's problem. So when we have a look, let's see how it works now. So if I run this program and I enter a value there, let's say I go for maybe 4, it shows me the name. Supposing I enter invalid number, that's what happened. But one thing I like this system to do is, when I click on this, I want that to go to clear the system. Let's say text box 1 equals clear. Just clear that right there, and also clear this. Okay, so the next thing is, let's maybe get another button just to clear the box. Clear this box and this box. Okay, so let's just add a button there, or maybe undo that. Just copy this then. Double click on this, get rid of that right there, and here just enter as follows. Clear that and clear label 2, and just clear that right there. Now let's change the font of this very button to reset. Yeah, hopefully this will answer your problem, Mr. Crosby Montana. So I believe I've answered your problem. So if I run this program again, so whatever you enter in here, if you enter 7 there, that's not valid. But if you enter something like 3, it gives you a name. You enter 1, and if you enter 0, supposing you enter 4, okay, So I believe that should answer your problem, man. So you have a nice day. I'm just going to call it bye for now.